Hey guys, it's Wednesdays with Chasey Poo. So I just finished recording my video for last week about height dysphoria, and if you watched it, you saw that at the end I was having a hot flash, and I was like, how to deal with hot dysphoria as a joke. I am literally melting, but it's funny because this week's topic is vulnerability, so I had to take my shirt off, and I realized that this week's topic is vulnerability. So here I am, vulnerable for you in the nude. I'm not actually naked, so don't flag this video. I'm still wearing sweatpants, don't worry, which is probably why I'm having a hot flash. I need to like open my window. Jesus Christ. Okay, vulnerability. I don't know how to like talk about this because there's so many different things that we could talk about related to vulnerability. And I think that maybe one aspect of vulnerability that we could talk about is opening up online about certain difficulties that we have. So there are a lot of people in this community who are very positive and post a lot of positive things all the time, and all these positive quotes, and that's I'm very happy for them. Example, Aiden Dowling. If you go on his Instagram, he always posts things about like conquering fear and being yourself and stuff like that, and so does Malcolm, like FTM Traveler. He does that too, which is great. And you know, you do you, that's fun, that's great. And it's, what's his name? Skylar Baylor, the Harvard swimmer. Same thing, very positive posts, and like about like rising from the ashes. It feels like that's what those posts are like. And those are really great. And, but I don't feel like that. And I think that I have moments sometimes where I feel inspired and I feel like I need to post things like that. Because I feel like I've been going through so much my whole life that it's so hard for me to look at these positive posts and be like, how can you be positive all the fucking time, right? How can you, how? I don't understand, right? So I feel like that's my issue, but maybe for them that's their form of vulnerability, to talk about how they are better people. Whereas for me, my vulnerability, and that's not a bad thing, I'm not saying it's a bad, I'm friends with these people, okay? It's not a bad thing. But I think my vulnerability is talking about the things that I'm going through right now, and the mental illness and the depression and anxiety and even the fluctuation in my hormone levels and stuff like that. Those are the things that I choose to talk about and that are hard to talk about, and I feel like it puts me in a very vulnerable position, but I want to talk about them because I know that other people deal with them. You know these cats are fighting when I'm talking about something serious, Jesus. It puts me in a very vulnerable position, honestly, to talk about these things, but I like doing it, and I want to do it because of many different aspects. One, this community saved my life, and knowing that there were videos online of other people who are trans and who are transitioning and dealt with things similar to my life really helped me. But there was always something missing. There was so many different topics that were never talked about and that I dealt with, and I was like, there's no way I'm alone in this. So for me, being vulnerable is to share my experiences because there's no way I'm alone, and I know that it might help at least one. If it helps one person, then that's perfect. So that's one aspect that I feel like is super important for me to be vulnerable. Number two is because it really helps me because I get to vent. I get to vent about my experiences, and I get to vent about things, and I don't have access to therapy right now. I'm looking for a good therapist, but it's complicated, and I feel like YouTube and making videos and being vulnerable online is my therapy. And there are even other little things like being vulnerable in an intimate way, where I posted a picture of me on Instagram and on Facebook of me. I'm naked, but I'm like hiding my junk with like a leaf or something like that. And it made me feel so empowered to be that vulnerable. So whatever, as empowerment has been so strong for me. Unfortunately, that picture from Instagram and from Facebook was removed because somebody flagged it. And yet you look at other people's Instagrams and they still have their pictures where they're doing the same thing, which pisses me off. So honestly, I want to repost that picture and see if it'll get flagged again, but I'm scared that if it gets flagged again, then I'll have a strike on my account now I'm cold again, on my Instagram, and my Instagram will get banned or something because it's already a picture that's been like removed. I don't know. Anyway, so yes, vulnerability as empowerment is super important to me. And I think that it's very awesome for some people that they're able to be positive all the time and like talk about their experiences in a super positive way and talk about how they've accomplished so much and gone through so much and now they're okay. I'm not at that place. I'm still going through so much. And I think that that's okay to also talk about, because I think that a lot of people can also identify with that and kind of work through the process together. Anyways, have a great week. I love you. Bye.